Good afternoon to everyone. पोस्ट लंच सेशन एवढा हॉल भेटेल असं वाटलं नव्हतं मला. मी काय फार तयारी करून आलो नाही, पण सगळे कोल्हापूरचे रांगडेगडी आहेत. तर ब्रँड ब्रँड स्टेट आहे. कोल्हापूर असल्यामुळे थोडं मराठी, थोडं इंग्लिश. आपला पुढचा अर्धा तास मस्त कोल्हापूर ब्रँड डेव्हलपमेंटचा ठसका जाऊया. सो ब्रँड whatever I'm going to talk is not anything very bullish or very theoretical. This is just my experience that I have gathered from my journey of developing in my area, developing some medical education institutes, or meeting some interesting brands in society, not just from medical field, but from all the fields and various experiences with many personal situations. So, what exactly is brand? Let us try to understand. Since we are medicals, if we don't start with definitions, असं थोडं आठवट वाटतं. So, exactly what is brand? So, brand can be a product, person, or it can be which brings a special status or authority, which has a legacy. Legacy doesn't exactly mean inheritance. Legacy is something that is created. My father is a pediatrician, so I inherit the legacy of pediatrician. But what different brand have I given? I have added medical education to it. I have added optimal education to it. So I mean legacy in a way where the person's experience will outlive him or will be remembered after him. In that way, the most important element of a brand, आपण मराठीत म्हणतो ना, खूप सुंदर शब्द आहे, व्यवच्छेदक लक्षण. बऱ्याचदा एज्युकेशन मध्ये असतो बघा, व्यवच्छेदक लक्षण किंवा द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट फीचर दॅट इज ट्रस्ट. ट्रस्ट अबाउट द पर्सन, ट्रस्ट अबाउट द प्लेस, ट्रस्ट अबाउट द ब्रँड. आता बघा घाईघाईत इतकं पण मी कोडिलीकर सरांना म्हणलं की सर 1 तास आहे, मला भविष्य दर्शनाची माझी सोय होईल का? सो दिस इज अ ब्रँड. कोल्हापूर महालक्ष्मी टेम्पल दर्शन. Person who is passing is bound to at least try to visit that place. So this is a trust that a person visiting Kolhapur has a very high probability of visiting Mahalakshmi temple. In that way, very important. It has to be a unified experience. The same experience with every person. To take anyone, Ratan Tata, same experience with anyone, or even doctors. Let us not give very big examples. राजा असू द्या, रंग असू द्या, सेम एक्सपिरियन्स. डॉक्टर आनंद पंडित आमचे होते पिडियाट्रिशियन, सरांना बऱ्याच जणांना माहिती आहे. तर ते त्यांच्याकडे ती चिठ्ठी टाकण्याची सिस्टम होती. तर एकदा सुरेश कलमाडी फाटकन ओपीडीत घुसले. ते म्हणजे नाही सॉरी, तिथे चिठ्ठी टाकायची, नंबर येईल, नेक्स्ट डे व्हायचं, कोणी असू द्या. सो दिस इज अ युनिफाईड एक्सपिरियन्स. हे लोक ऑब्झर्व करतात, बघतात. सो दिस कंट्रीब्युट्स टू बिल्डिंग अ ब्रँड. And lastly, try to understand, see this diagram, what you are and what people perceive and a part of it. So don't get confused that to build a brand, I have to change myself. म्हणजे मी ब्रँड म्हणजे मला सकाळी उठल्याच्या क्षणापासून ब्रश करताना पण मी ब्रँड, झोपताना पण ब्रँड, हनीमूनला गेल्यावर इट्स अ पर्सनॅलिटी, बट इट इज अ प्री डिसाइडेड the personality is to be conveyed to the masses. Amol Annadate can be anything. Amol Annadate is a big speaker. त्याच्या व्यक्तिमत्वामध्ये कितीतरी रंग आहेत, हजारो रंग आहेत. कुठला रंग आहे जो लोकांना दाखवायचा आहे आणि जो लोकांना परसिव्ह असायला पाहिजे. सो दॅट इज द इंटरफेस, व्हॉट यू आर ऑर अँड द थिंग दॅट यू वॉन्ट टू कन्वे अँड व्हॉट पीपल परसिव्ह. सो हू कॅन बी अ ब्रँड? The answer is in this slide. If a person, माहिती आहे ना सूरज पवार, तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना माहिती असेल ना, मी काय फार बघितलं नाही, पण ते झुपूक 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 असं काय काय सोशल मीडियावर चालू आहे. तर See, with due respect to him, it's not a joke. I mean, I'm not trying to insult him or make a joke out of it. जर तुम्ही त्या सोशल मीडियाच्या रील्स बघितल्या तर तुम्हाला त्याच्यावर वेगळेपणा सोडून काहीच दिसणार नाही. काही वेगवेगळे वेगळे मारले आहेत काही, पण बघा कन्सिस्टंटली वेगळेपणा केला आहे. Consistently experience, and it is made in a bond. Again, Baba Ramdev, see what I want to convey is if a non-medical person, see when in conferences I talk about this thing, in medical field or my friends say, "Arey Amol, what you're talking is a very high-fi thing. यार. आपण doctors आहोत आपण." If a non-medical person like Baba Ramdev, the medical brand, we are content with some sort, but still, are we able to keep the Patanjali stores enjoy that brand value and let us forget what is right and wrong, but just see the logo. It's combined spirituality with medicine. And who has used that? Who has used his saffron clothes, Yog, Pranayam, Ayurved, Patanjali stores, made a brand out of it. So this is if so. What I want to convey is if we won't do it, somebody else will do it. So why not? We will do it. Why brandings? We are doctors. The last person म्हणजे आपल्या वर्गातला एमबीबीएसचा सगळ्यात जुना विद्यार्थी जो असतो तो 8-10 वर्षांनी पास होतो. तो पण सोसायटीतल्या सगळ्यात वर्स्ट माणसापेक्षा बेस्ट असतो. So about excellence, about professional excellence, we are no doubt we are the best. We are socially sensitive. Every doctor is passionate about his patients. I was talking since morning. I talked to many consultants here. So definitely we are there. But the question is, are we perceived as what we are? Why there is so much anti-incumbency against doctor? I am doing research on this question since last 20 years. I should admit it that I am a pediatrician's son, so I had a very nice life, and I can say that I was born with not at least a weapon, but at least a silver spoon. And I had this question in my mind that why the anti-incumbency against a rich doctor is very high than any rich CEO or rich politician or rich advocate or anyone. I think you all agree. So I think this is the thing that we are taking money still 24/7. I think that we are in social service because we are charging very less than what we deserve or what is our excellence. So convey that in some or the other way. So art and science of creating this perception is branding. And I always feel that it is always more essential for the people who are good and better because these are the people. See, it's very difficult to be good when goodness is not in demand. आणि हा कलियुग सध्या तसा आहे. म्हणून आय थिंक की कलियुगामध्ये ब्रँडिंगचं महत्व हे चांगल्या गुणवान माणसाला खूप जास्त आहे. म्हणून माझं एक वाक्य आहे की गुणवान माणसाने ब्रँडवान असलं पाहिजे. त्यांनी स्वतःची ब्रँडिंग अजून जास्त केलं पाहिजे. What is the use of brand development and strategy for healthcare setups, hospitals, doctors? What happens is we doctors are very spontaneous and natural. त्यातल्या त्यात तर मी म्हणत असतो की आपण 4-5 भागातली जी लोक असतो, मराठवाडा, विदर्भ, कोल्हापूर, पश्चिम महाराष्ट्र, आपण बिनधास्त आगळ जसं आलं तसं बिनधास्त समोर आलं तसं द्यायचं टोकून गड्याला, असं थोडं आपलं spontaneous असतं. But branding things don't work like that. Brand strategy is a pre-decided and well-planned perception planting, and it can be partly true. I'm not saying that it has to be 100. There is a part of truth, but again, we doctors are so truthful that we don't need to think that whether it's true or not. Again, in branding, what should not be done is also very important as what should be done. As I said, personality and the brand can be slightly different, and the theme of the personality that needs to be carried as a brand can always be decided. And ultimately our brand assets will represent us. Now, I am running Anand Group of institutes and hospitals. So when people come to my institutes, which are established by me, or I am telling that I have established this, I am founder of that institutes. So they will always try to search or find the brand values that I am trying to convey in the market. If the quality of toothpaste or the comb or the phone, whatever, in Sayaji is bad, we are not going to blame the manager or the staff. What we will say, काय राव इतके मोठे लोक आहे, साधं पेस्ट चांगलं ठेवलं नाही. सो डी पाटील ग्रुप्स legacy, trust, everything is represented by the taste of the malpua that they are serving here. So this is what I want to convey. This is the thing that your assets are going to convey, and that is the reason that we need to take our hospitals, our assets, every nook and corner of our hospital very seriously. Again, all these are in medical field, those are interchangeable. But there are two types of brands. One is hospital-based brand, and second is a person-based brand. See, there is a very common trend in our medical field. Patil Hospital, Annadate Hospital, Turkey Hospital, whatever. Now, if this person is trying to put his name in the brand, he needs to be, it's not wrong or right. See, the implication of that needs to be seriously thought. Now, I am an entrepreneur. I am into medical education. I am a orator. I am a writer. And if I am not going to be there in the hospital and I am thinking of delegating, then it's no use saying Annadate Mulanchi Hospital. It has to be Anand Hospital with, and from one I will convey that there will be many people who are working here. So this is the difference between your hospital-based brand or person-based brand. Again, about the names, or since my father, I mean, I had this problem a lot when I started my practice. My father is a pediatrician, 58 years he is practicing, and it was a pediatric hospital. When I came with the thought of establishing a multi-speciality hospital, super specialty hospital. So I had such a difficult time that changing the perception that this is a pediatric and a gynec hospital to a multi-speciality hospital. And I had to carve a lot of strategies, lot of things, and it took around 6 to 7 years to change this brand from a pediatric and a gynec hospital to multi. So these are the differences between hospital-based and a person-based brand. And as I said, both have their advantages and disadvantages. Brand strategy and building a healthcare brand is important. First, to generate a greater market share. We know that this year around 800 to 900 seats of MBBS has increased. Every day, MBBS graduates, doctors are coming from foreign countries, foreign universities with degrees, and the competition is increasing. Not for the senior, but the youngsters, or even I can say even seniors will admit with this that the competition is going to increase day by day. So accelerating new patient acquisition, medical field or not just medical field, any business I would say has a saturation point. And in a medical practice, the saturation point comes somewhere around 15 years, 10 to 15 years, or say 20 years. The families or the patients who are there, the same patients keep on coming. So new patient acquisition is a very difficult thing, and it can be achieved through brand strategy. In my practice, I discovered that people thought that pediatrician can treat only up to 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, maximum 10 years. Pediatrician इथे बरेच उदय पाटील सर असतील मला वाटतं की गेले माहित नाही. सो 13-14 years when I used to meet them, नाही साहेब आता तर पोरं मोठी झाले ना, 12-13 वर्षाचा आहे मी pediatrician. So I need to convey the definition. So the campaign for this is बालरोग तज्ञाकडे 17 वर्षापर्यंत. This can be branding campaign. 17 years or 16 years, pediatrician can take care, and the definition of pediatric age group is still 16 years officially by IAP or AAP. So these are the things where branding comes into place. Staying ahead of changing market needs and emerging market opportunities. I'll just give an example for this. When we were planning a cardiology and CVTS unit in our hospital, which is a taluka place. So we had a discussion in management, which is our family, that we won't be able to afford this, or we won't be able to sustain, or the break. We will not be able to earn much out of this. But the point is, when you want to differentiate your brand from the market, you have to have things which may not give you profit, but will give you a better branding value. So the cardiology, a cath lab, a CVTS unit was a crown. And I have to have the crown because I'm a second generation guy. I'm not a first generation guy. So this is the thing. I have a 250 acres or 200 acres land and I can start a cath lab. So this is how the brand value in the market or the things that you do. Is first in the market, first PET scan, first CT scan. आपण ads बघतो बघा. I in the morning in 2:30 I arrived and I was just reading. I saw and I read first five-star hotel in Kolhapur, Sayaji. So this is they wanted to convey. They are conveying that we are the first, we are the market leaders. नंतर किती पण येऊ द्या, पण आम्ही पहिले आहोत. So this will give a brand differentiation. So this is the way we have to think. Improving patient experience. I will give some examples after that. I have my friend SVK speaker after me, so I take permission for 5 minutes. I can use of brand advocacy and branding. Defining the brand identity. This is a very important question. When you sleep, the last thing in your mind, and when you get up, the first thing in your mind should be what is the thing that my brand is offering, and what is the thing that my brand should be accepted or it should be alive in the market. काय कारण आहे आनंदचा ब्रँड हा का टिकला पाहिजे, काय असं वेगळं याच्यामध्ये, व्हॉट इज द नीड दॅट आय एम गोइंग टू फुलफिल, have the patient turnover time. Can I have someone that as soon as the patient enters, will be taken to the OPD, although the busy OPD will be given a token, wait to sit, the turnover time will be less. The prescription will go to the pharmacy. Immediately the pharmacist will keep the medicine bag ready, and as soon as he comes, he will ask ki Satish Patil, he औषध and be out of the hospital within 5 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So what is the unique need that I can brand? The discharge, after discharge, the billing time is a huge issue in the hospital. So can I reduce that? So this is the thing that that will give a brand voice. तिथे वेळच लागत नाही, त्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये वेळ लागत नाही, त्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये खूप बसावं लागतं. सो these are the things that are brand voice. And how your audience perceive, and remember, you, as I told, it's not that you should do it, you have to convey them every time, you have to tell them again and again की बरोबर का, बरोबर का, आता चालू आहे ना लाडकी बहीण, लाडकी बहीण, लाडकी बहीण, लाडकी बहीण, लाडकी बहीण. सो दॅट इज अ ब्रँडिंग. सगळ्यात कमी वेळ लागला, सगळ्यात कमी वेळ लागला. सो दॅट इज द हाऊ इट इज परसिव्ड. सो यू हॅव टू रिपीटेडली टेल देम, बट इट विल बी ओनली बिलीव्ड इफ यू गिव्ह देम दॅट एक्सपिरियन्स. Brand voice and personality and brand identity. Again, I'm not here to tell you that be a sympathetic doctor, be a operative doctor, be a very clinically oriented doctor. It's your choice. But again, it has to be consistent, persistent, and same with everyone. My father, he hardly speaks, and I only speak. ते बोलतच नाहीत, खूप काम करतात. मी काम नाही करत, बोलतो, पण जेवढ्या गोष्टी एक्सेप्ट कशा व्हायला पाहिजे, कशा झाल्या. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स. It has to be consistent, persistent, and same with everyone. Brand values and how they are expressed. So brand values can be expressed, and you have to decide, sit with your staff, sit with your top management or your directors, and you decide. For example, as an institution, I am running institutes related to medical education at my place, like Ayurved College, homeopathy, nursing, physiotherapy, school, junior colleges. So one thing that we decided, I observed one, and again brand competition. When I entered this field, Here we have a lot of people who are our in our association, Kunal and all. So one thing I observed that in all these medical colleges, other than MBBS, the staff are not given payment on time. So one thing that we decided, our brand value, and which is stocked in the market, and that's the reason people are coming to us, is 10th of every month, without fail, whatever may be the thing. म्हणजे जमीन काय आकाश पाताळ एक झालं तरी चालेल, 10 तारखेला बँड बंद होण्यापर्यंत 5 वाजेपर्यंत आमचे पेमेंट्स जमाच व्हायला पाहिजे, काहीही येऊ द्या तिकडे. अँड डिसाइडेड दिस कोविड केम, again in management association there was a consensus that let us cut the payment by half, whatever. This is our brand value. But no, कोविड असू द्या, काही असू द्या, सगळे मेले तरी चालतील, जग बुडी झाली तरी चालेल, पेमेंट वेळेवर होईल. So this is the thing we established brand value in that difficult time. So we can decide and we can establish that and convey that. As I said, deciding your brand value. In hospitals, now hospital has no more remained a hospital. It is more of a hospitality business. And so patient experience. See, along with, I think previously it was when my father started practice, or even now, or even with him, when people come to him, they consult him, they are not expecting any kind of experience. Prescription, leha, bahir. Or my generation, they have a lot of expectations. So how you can improve a patient experience, and again, can we give a it can be very small thing. Now the summers are hotter than they were before. So can we offer म्हणजे ग्लास ऑफ वॉटर जाऊ द्या हो, ते छोटे आपल्याला टपरीवर प्लास्टिकचे ग्लास मिळतात ना, एवढे एवढे चहाचे, तेवढं तरी पाणी आपण देऊ शकतो का लोकांना थंड? आणि तेच करत राहिलो, not bother about what is the quantity, what is the quality of the glass, but they will know immediately when we get a glass of water, we get a sip of water. This is a patient experience. गार वाटतं, वाटतं, शांत वाटतं. त्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये गेले की शांत वाटतं, शांत वाटतं, शांत वाटतं. दिस इज अ ब्रँड व्हॅल्यू दॅट विल बी पर्क्युलेटेड इन द मार्केट. Marketing can never be direct. It is dependent on human experience. And as I said, planting the perception about your behavior, how you are, is very important. I'll just show a small video about this. Just a break. So during my Arogya Vari initiative, where I will visit all the villages of my तालुका, I met this ओल्ड वुमन, आजी भेटल्या, आणि मला लक्षात आलं की त्या पूर्ण चालल्या वारीमध्ये, आणि लक्षात आलं की त्यांच्या पायात चप्पल नाही. छोटस जेस्चर आहे, त्यांनी चप्पल घातली, त्यांना त्या गावावरून बोलवलं, चप्पल दिली, फक्त लोकांना दाखवलं. वी आर एम्पॅथी, हे एम्पॅथी आहे आमच्यामध्ये, डॉक्टरांमध्ये. अँड वन आय एम डुईंग दिस, आय नो दॅट आय एम रिप्रेझेंटिंग मेडिकल कम्युनिटी. So this is a value that I am imbibing, I am conveying, not just about me and my behavior, but also about my firm. So I think small things you need to pick up, do that, show them. Pick up, do that, show them. And mind you, if you are little mindful, it is not that difficult. म्हणजे इतकं बरं आता असं नाटक पण खरं केलं, खरं वाटलं मला की हे करायला हवं. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स. वन एक्सपिरियन्स, डॉक्टर उदय बोधनकर फ्रॉम नागपूर, ही यूज्ड टू डू स्मॉल, एक लाडू तो राजगिराचा प्रत्येक पेशंटला द्यायचे. तर ते इतका छान तो एक्सपिरियन्स क्रिएट झाला वर्षानुवर्ष नागपूरमध्ये, लाडूवाले डॉक्टर म्हणून त्यांना सगळे ओळखतात. सो दिस इज हाऊ यू क्रिएट एक्सपिरियन्स. What is your USP? As I said, it can be silence, it can be communication, it can be anything. See, if we are not offering anything, we will just offer you best clinical treatment. हे तुम्ही कंडिशनने सांगा ना त्यांना, आमच्याकडे बाकी काही मिळणार नाही, आम्ही गोड बोलणार नाही, काही करणार नाही, काही नाही, पण आम्ही बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट देणारे आहोत. आमच्यासारखी बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट तुम्हाला जगाच्या पाठीवर कुठे मिळणार नाही, आमच्यासारखं बेस्ट डायग्नोसिस सगळ्यात कमी वेळेत कुठेही मिळणार नाही. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स दॅट नोईंग युअर USP. brand personality and identity. So the first brand about personalities. What is the first recall when someone mentions you, someone meets you, and what is the experience that you give him? Now, yesterday I had a short route to take from Vaizapur to Singapore. I had a short route, 6, 7, 8 hours. SV Kulkarni called me. आमल्या मला पुण्यावरून तू उचलायचं डेक्कन हेराल्डला थांबतोय जास्त बडबड नाही. See, but I was dying for that 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours experience with him because I had a recall of several experiences with him. How he loves me, how he treats me, how he mentors me. So that experience made me give my 4 hours. So I think this is the recall. Again, it is outward experience, as I said, your dressing, your identity, whatever, and your inward experience. So one very nice example, I see many people when they meet you, greet you in a special way. संजय उपाध्याय माय क्लोज फ्रेंड ते कधी त्यांना भेटलं काय सर कसे मस्त बिंदास 24 तास असंच प्रत्येकाला म्हणलं. एक आमचा मित्र आहे पिडियाट्रिशियन तो भेटला की श्री स्वामी समर्थ. ठीक आहे ना, त्यांनी ती ब्रँड व्हॅल्यू क्रिएट केली. कोण आहे? श्री स्वामी समर्थ. श्री लोक म्हणतो अरे तोच ना तो श्री स्वामी समर्थवाला. So they will not remember his name, but they will remember these brand identities that he is carrying. Again, brand personality in hospital, these things now we have a lot of people. So their logo, the font in which it is written, your tagline. Again, your tagline is the reason why your brand should exist. American Cancer Society. You see, all the associations, I don't know why our associations don't have tagline. They should have for a cancer-free world. So this is American Cancer Societies. The Habitat have foreign brand because everyone deserves a place to live. The Habitat. So it's a reason why they should exist. Again, colors that we are using. So if in medical field or for other businesses also, light shades, dark shades. For women and childcare, we can use pink or any other shades. I'm not an expert in this, but I want to tell that this is the expertise and it affects our personality, our brands, our hospitals, our healthcare setups. Carrying your brand. Okay, just last 4 or 5 slides. Carrying your brand. The most important, I think, is many times it happens that we want to propagate our brand, but we ourselves are shy of carrying our brand. So if I am going for Arogya Vari, I go whenever I am in my place in Vaizapur, morning 7 to around 2 to 3, I am in some village for this Arogya Vari, wherein we collect all the bhajan mandal, kirtan and all people, they gather. गावामधून एक कीर्तनाची फेरी निघते, एक आरोग्याबद्दलची ग्रामसभा होते, आरोग्य शिबिर होतं. सो वेन आय रिअलाइज दॅट पीपल आर फेड अप ऑफ हेल्थ कॅम्प्स, दे कन्वर्टेड इट इनटू आरोग्यवारी. अँड in since morning 2-3 people ask me की they are trying to see ह्या काय बिघाड आहे. आता मी जेवत होतो आणि माझी प्लेट कोणीतरी उचलून नेली तिथून आता त्या मारवा हॉलमध्ये. तर मला पटकन आमचे कोणीतरी मित्र होते, ते म्हटले की अरे ते आरोग्यवारीवाले होते ना त्यांनी उचलली, चला ब्रँडचा फायदा काहीतरी. माझी प्लेट कुठे गेली ते कळलं मला ऍटलिस्ट. सो व्हेरी गुड एक्झाम्पल इज डॉक्टर विश्वनाथ कराड. He established the World Peace University, MIT, World Peace University, and he imbibed Gnaneshwar Mauli as a brand of MIT. ते तुम्ही गेले का MIT ला? मला माहिती आहे तुम्ही गेलाय सर. समोर ती मोठी मूर्ती आहे बघा, मोठी मूर्ती आहे. तर विश्वनाथ कराड हे फक्त तो वर्ल्ड पीस आणि अध्यात्माचा ब्रँड नाही, तो धोतर घालतात. तर काय ते जीव सायन्स आणि त्या काळातला तो प्रोफेसर आहे, ते छान धोतर एकदम म्हणजे ते धोतर 50,000चं असेल असं काही नाही, पण ते धोतर घालतात, गंध लावतात, लावतात. बघितलं का तुम्ही? आणि तो गिफ्ट देतात जेव्हा तेव्हा तो कोणाला धोतर आणि ते देतात. ज्ञानेश्वर माऊलींचा फोटो देतात. मला वाटतं राहुल दादा पण तेच देतात. सो सी व्हॉट ही इज ट्राइंग टू डू इज कॅरिंग दॅट ब्रँड. अगेन वन एक्झाम्पल विच आय कॉपीड इन माय स्कूल इज ज्ञानप्रबोधिनी शाळेचे विद्यार्थी आहेत का कोणी इथे? ज्ञानप्रबोधिनी नसतील कोणी? आहे, ज्ञानप्रबोधिनीचे आहात, व्हेरी गुड. तर I was so impressed when I came to know ते गांधी टोपी आणि हे घालतात. सी ज्ञान प्रबोधिनी इज अ स्कूल इवन नरेंद्र मोदी and Rashtrapati President Draupadi Murmu can also, she cannot get students admission in that school. सगळेजण सांगा काही सांगा पण त्या ज्ञान प्रबोधिनीचं ऍडमिशनचं काम सांगू नका. मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्रजी सांगतात अरे बापरे ऍडमिशन ज्ञान प्रबोधिनीचं नाही ना, मग ठीक आहे करतो. सी दिस इज अ ब्रँड व्हॅल्यू आणि what they do is they are carrying the tradition म्हणून शाय त्यांना टाय आणि याची गरज नाहीये त्यांना. सो दिस इज द ब्रँड दॅट दे हॅव कॅरीड ओव्हर इयर्स ऑन देअर कोट्स ऑर वेर एव्हर दे आर गोईंग. Campaigns and drive, last four five slides, campaigns and drives for your brand. So as I thought of Arogyavari, there can be many ways we can carry our brand to the grassroots. uh, this is again a brand advocacy. What I have done in my place is I have the Asha Sevika, Anganwadi Sevika, 850 Asha Sevika and Anganwadi Sevikas are our brand ambassadors of not just of Anand Hospital but of Amol Annadate. So every year Raksha Bandhan I call them, प्रत्येकाकडून राखी बांधून घेतो, त्यांना सगळ्यांना सांगतो की अमोल तुमचा भाऊ, अमोलला तुम्ही आवाजावर डॉक्टर साहेब म्हणायचं नाही, ते पुढे बोलायचं. सो हे नातं त्यांच्याशी जोडून त्यांना एक सोशल ब्रँड अँबॅसेडर्स बनवलं. त्याच्यामुळे वी नेवर म्हणजे आम्हाला जनरल प्रॅक्टिशनर्स आणि हे आणि आशा सेविका आणि अंगणवाडी सेविका दे आर रिच्ड एव्हरी होम, प्रत्येक घराघरामध्ये त्या पोहोचलेल्या आहेत. सो दिस इज ब्रँड ऍडव्होकसी. Again, brand advocacy through associations. It is very important in social media or everywhere. तुम्ही कोणासोबत दिसता, तुम्ही कोणासोबत असता हा तुमचा प्रश्न आहे, प्रायव्हेट आहे, त्यात कोणाला पडायचा अधिकार नाही. पण तुम्ही कोणासोबत दिसता हे खूप महत्वाचं आहे. राजगुरू माझी मैत्रीण असेल चांगली, पण तिच्यासोबत शोकेस नाही करणार, केतकरांसोबत करेल, सहस्रबुद्धांसोबत करेल, एसवी कुलकर्णी सोबत करेल. अँड अगेन वेज ऑफ ब्रँड ऍडव्होकसी इज what we and SVP always do, की सॉफ्टली ट्राय टू प्रमोट इच अदर्स ब्रँड्स. मला सरांचा कधी कधी फोन येतो की अरे अमोल तुझं मीडियाचा ग्रुप त्याच्यावर ढकल, चल मी सांगतो सरांना सर हे जरा या लोकांपर्यंत आपल्याला पोहोचवायचं आहे. सो दिस इज ब्रँड ऍडव्होकसी विच कॅन बी प्लॅन, विच कॅन बी डन. Effective use of social media for branding. I think that if we take seriously what is our story, आपल्या ब्रँडची स्टोरी काय आहे हे आपल्याला एकदा कळलं की आपल्याला इतरांच्या स्टोरीज दिसायला लागतात, आपोआप कळतात when we talk to them and talk about stories on social media. First, कारण your brand story, अमोल अन्नदाते किंवा कोणी असा होतो, मी असा झालो, मग पीपल आर इंटरेस्टेड इन नॉस्टॅल्जिक अँड अशा स्टोरीज त्यांना हव्या असतात. मी असा होतो, मी महाराष्ट्रात पहिला आलो, मग मी केएम ला गेलो, मग मी तिथे पण पहिला आलो, मग मी परदेशात गेलो, मग मला माझ्या गावाची ओढ वाटली, मला माझ्या वडिलांची आठवण आली आणि मग मी गावी आलो. This is a short brand story I can tell. So, and everyone has a story to tell. I believe that every doctor has a story to tell. So we should tell that. We should have a pride in our stories. We should have conviction in our stories. And ultimately, as I told, you can tell relatable stories about people on social media. So, last in a nutshell, brand is not just logo. It is not just a color. It is not just a tagline. It is an experience. It's a feeling that can be recalled after you. And when the brand doesn't exist, everything has an expiry date. सगळे अमर नाही आहे, ते स्पिरिच्युअलिटीच्या लेक्चर मध्ये पण आपण ऐकलं. बट इट इज समथिंग विच विल बी रिकॉर्ड, विच विल बी रिमेंबर्ड फॉर टाइम टू कम. Thank you very much. Please connect with me on his WhatsApp number. And last branding exercise that I want to do. सगळ्यांकडे फोन नंबर्स आहेत, सगळ्यांकडे फोन नंबर्स आहेत, फोन आहे सगळ्यांकडे. प्लीज एकदा तुमच्या फोर्सने तुमचा फोन ओपन करा, एक छोटीशी ब्रँडिंग एक्सरसाइज आपण करू शेवटच्या 1 मिनिटात. सॉरी एसव्हीके सर, त्याच्यामध्ये फेसबुक, ट्विटर, इन्स्टा, कुठल्याही प्लॅटफॉर्मवर जा, कुठल्याही तुमच्या आवडत्या प्लॅटफॉर्मवर जा, गेलात त्याच्यावर आता डॉक्टर अमोल अन्नदाते सर्च करा. Thank you very much.